What's going on, guys? It's Dirty Dodger. Welcome back to the channel. This year, 10-year anniversary for the release of the game Dead Space. For those of you that haven't heard of it, it's a sci-fi horror game. Absolutely fantastic. Stay tuned. We're going to play some very, very shortly. Basically, we're going to have a look at some of the gameplay, some of the tips and tricks and ideas and stuff that I use to play the game. And we'll also have a little bit of a walkthrough, talk through as well to have a look at the storyline. It's released 2008. I've played pretty much all of the series, albeit on the Xbox. So I decided I'd transfer it over to the PC and had a little go. Brought it on for you guys today. Won't go too much into the story, but basically a little bit of a backstory. You're an engineer. You get called out to the USG Ishimura, which is a planet cracker class starship in deep space. It's gone dark, no comms, nothing. So you get sent out there. You go to repair the issue, and this kind of whole series and horror kind of horror story unfolds. For those of you that are aware, and those of you that probably aren't, the storyline, the concept of the game in general is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, just after 10 years now, I can still pick this game up and I can still shit my pants, and there's still bits that make me a little bit jumpy, get your hair standing on end, which is what you look for in a game. It's really, really good fun. So I think that just about covers it. Without further ado, then I'll start the game. We'll go for a new game, of course. Stick it on the hardest setting, which isn't the hardest setting, by the way, because once you complete hard, you unlock impossible, which is not impossible. I can tell you that. But we'll play it through on the hardest setting for now until impossible comes up. So status update, USG Kellyan en route to the Aegis system, where the primary mission is. Isaac Clarke is an engineer and ship systems specialist. Directive A is locate the minor vessel and then repair the comms.
Me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing.
How many times you watched that thing? Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up once we're on board. Sounds like you do have a lot of catching up to do.
Right, everyone, we're here. Sinking our orbit now.
All this trouble over that chunk of rock.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Miss Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium. Now, where is she? There she is. We have visual contact.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura. Biggest planet cracker in her class. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them. And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other way around.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
You're gonna need to boost the signal if our power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
What is that?
It's a busted array like we thought. Sounds like they're having problems with their encoder. You get us down there and Isaac and I can fix it. 48 hours max.
All right, you heard the lady. Take us in. Let's see what needs fixing.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic docking procedures a go.
What the hell?
Of course.
Sir, the auto dock.
What is it?
We're off track. We're gonna hit the
Something's got
hull.
to go wrong
Hit the
now.
blast shields. That guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual, now.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No! We can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
The field's too strong.
So you crash into a starship and those two are still alive, holding onto the chairs.
What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of the Ishimura. Now settle down, let's get to work. Corporal, report.
If I remember correctly, something you can't do on the Xbox is turn the camera around on this first scene and see Isaac's face. Never got to see his face in the whole of the first game on the Xbox until the second one came out, and then you got to see his face.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right, we've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
Come on. As with any game, you get your kind of tutorials on your first few minutes, telling you what the buttons are, what to do. Pick that up.
Welcome, CEC employee, to the USG.
You didn't lose power to the port booster. You lost the port booster.
Planet Cracker class
Unbelievable.
and is now the oldest serving, with 62 years of continuous service. It holds the record
Welcome to the
for
Ishimura.
highest number of planet cracks, with 34 to date, and highest dead weight of refined product at 14 trillion kilotons and counting. Whether you'll be joining us aboard the Ishimura or
Guess the power's down everywhere.
workforce on the hull,
Isaac, get over here and hack the door pad.
we'd like to welcome you, and we hope your stay is
Hack the door.
Look for blue holograms to activate. Powering humanity into the future.
Don't worry, there's no mini games. It's literally just push the button, door hacked, open. You see what I'm doing? It's just anything I can see I'm picking up at the moment, because resources initially to start with are a bit scarce in the game, so conservation is the key, but we'll talk about that a little bit later once
Seems like
stuff
everyone
starts
was
kicking
trying
off.
to pack in a hurry.
There should be a security detail in here.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's nobody here. I can't pick up any broadcasts.
But that security console is still live. Isaac, log in and see what you can find. Kendra, get that elevator back online.
Power's dead. I can't.
Improve the damn power. Look, if we all cooperate, we can figure this out a lot sooner. Let's get that computer display up, Isaac.
Okay.
Use the locator system to find your next objective.
Okay, so I mean, there's your inventory. You've got, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 slots to start with, but those other slots that you can see there fill up as you upgrade your suits and stuff. So pick up what you can, as much as you can initially to start with, and then obviously dump what you don't need. Primary things being health and ammo, stuff like credits and that, and nodes. They go straight to your straight to that little section on the right hand side. You can see nodes and credits, but all the other stuff you pick up fills up those slots, and they're quite limited to start with.
Huh, that doesn't look good. She's taken a lot of damage.
The tram system's offline. Getting around's gonna be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the filtration system restarted. Everybody relax.
Relax.
What was
There's blood
that?
on the
Did you-
walls,
Not sure.
and no one's around. Relax.
Hell? I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
Jesus! Open fire! Open fire! Linda, power! Linda!
Come on.
Jesus.
Isaac, get the hell out of there!
The door's unlocked.
Run, motherfucker!
Run, Isaac. Get the
Oh, just the thought of being chased. Go, go, go. Up! As with most games, things you can pick up usually highlighted, lit. As you can see, these ones are shiny, so if you see anything flashing shiny like that, it's usually something you can pick up. Okay, got a full complement of ammo already. Okay, so you've got foot stomp and melee as well. That could be quite useful, especially when you're low on ammo, or you're trying to save ammo. And these little crates here, give them a good old stomp, and they drop some goodies. There you go, got some ammo. You can usually shoot these as well to start with, but initially, give it one of those, save the ammo. Trust me, you're going to need the rounds. I just have it there, just so you're aware, it took me five rounds to kill that thing, and it only dropped 6 rounds. So at the minute, I'm plus 1 round. Just bear that in mind when you're short on loot later, and you've got about 6 or 7 of them coming at you. They don't always drop ammo. Sometimes they drop health, sometimes they drop credits. You can't guarantee you're going to get the ammo back, which is why initially I think it's best if you try and conserve your ammo. I'm going to have a little look at other ways of stopping and killing enemies to try and save ammunition shortly. Pick that up.
This is Benson. Everybody listen up. They use the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back. Get back.
Isaac! Isaac! God, I can't believe you made it.
Isaac, we ran into more of them on the way over here. Are you okay?
More what? What the hell are those things? Is that the crew?
Keep your voice down. Whatever they are, they're not friendly, and half the doors on this ship are locked because of the quarantine. Now, we have to get to the bridge. But first, we gotta repair the tram system.
You're crazy, Hammond. You're gonna get us all killed.
If you listen to me, I will get you out of here alive. Now, what's wrong with the tram?
The data board is fried, but there should be a spare in the maintenance bay. There's also a broken tram blocking the tunnel that needs to be repaired.
It's a good job I'm an engineer.
Everything is on the other side of this quarantine. We can't reach it from here.
No, we can't. But you can. Isaac, if I can get to the bridge, I should be able to access the personnel files. You fix the tram, and I'll help you find Nicole.
Rightio.
Use the map screen to check objectives and important locations.
Get away. Blood everywhere. White lights, lockers are open. Obviously red lights, lockers are closed as well. Boxy box. Now this guy. Oh, some extra ammo there on the floor. Nice, got 2 lots. You can see he was laying on the floor. Once you've got the kinesis module, there's ways you could test to see if they're dead or not.
Be careful. Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them. That should do the job.
We haven't already figured the best way to kill them is taking off the limbs first, which you can see. I think it's best to take off their legs, because even if they're coming at you fast and you can't kill them quick enough, take off the legs. That'll slow them down a little bit. Normally you have to take off 2 limbs for him to be fully killed. But you can see that one earlier, I took off a leg and arm and he was still alive. I had to put another shot in him. That doesn't happen very often, but if it does, you can either use the stasis module, which we'll have a look at in a little while, or you can just put an extra round in them if you've got the spare ammunition. Sometimes you haven't really got time to think when you've got a horde coming at you. Okay, so that's the stasis module I was on about. Slows down obviously fast objects and enemies, as you just heard, which can be pretty useful.
Looks like that door is malfunctioning, Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Already done it. Yeah, sometimes it can be pretty handy, especially when you need to slow some enemies down to shoot them properly. Credits. Make sure I don't miss the door. Oh, lots of ammo, lovely. You know you're going to need that. More ammo, sweet. We'll have a little look at the application of the stasis module on enemies in a second. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, taking 3 there. 3 ammunition expended. Is he dead? Oh, I don't believe it. I don't want to go near him now, just in case. Let's see. Ah, there he is. Stasis module. Don't waste any more ammunition. Stomp on him. Dead. Pick up some ammo. So there, 3 shots. There you go. Stasis. 2 shots this time. Stasis module. Finish him off. Didn't drop anything. So, just to save spending 5 or 6 rounds on an enemy.
Listen up, car 8 is trashed. We managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. If we don't get this piece of shit off the tracks, it's gonna jam up the whole system.
Yeah, so to save obviously spending more ammunition, you can take off one of the limbs, use the stasis module to pretty much freeze them, just run up, just stamp on them until they die. That way you've only expended a minimal amount of rounds, but hopefully gained as much as you possibly can if they drop some for you. So there, inventory's full. I think what I'll do is I'll just use one of those. Yeah, just pick up that one that's on the ground. I would use my stasis refill, but there's a machine up there to refill it. I'll show you what I mean. There you go, freeze that. Stasis recharge, refills your stasis on your back. Saves you having to use this little module here, which can come in useful later, especially when there's none of these refill machines around and you need some stasis. And I didn't push the button in time. Let's do that again. Okay, there we are.
Replacing damaged tram car. Please stand
You did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
Two rounds I took to kill him. He's dropped me 6 there, so I'm +4 at the moment, which is good. Could be useful. I got loads of ammunition, which is good. Usually on hard to start with, especially, you really don't get a tremendous amount of ammunition, and even less on impossible. They just take basically more shots to kill the harder the setting. Moving on. Whoa! Not today, buddy. Back. Come back. Damn it. I'll top that up while I say it. You never know when you're going to need it.
Isaac, I've patched into the deck security system. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
This is Benson, Tram Engineering. We think we figured it out. Smith killed one. Listen, forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that. Cut him apart!
Isaac, it's Kendra. It looks like the door to the storage room is locked. There should be a key somewhere in the maintenance bay.
Always worth giving them an extra stomp just in case they do drop something extra for you. There you go, got some ammunition there. This guy dead? Yeah, he's dropped something. I need to check. It's always worth having a full explore around as well, because there's always little places like this, for example, where there might be some lockers and crates and stuff that might have some extra goodies that you could need. Okay, so that's full. Let me just use that, pick that one up, and get another one there, which is good. Okay, I think he might be the only one around this time, which means I can take my time. Finish him off like that. There we go. And just drop some ammo. Lovely jubbly. Some more ammo there, sweet. What's good about this game is little things like that. I don't know if you can hear that with the speakers. Can you hear that whispering? That thing just moved. Did you see that? Little stuff like that, like the little whispering. You can hear like metal poles dropping and clanging. Just weird little ambient noises that could just make you on edge. Really good. This guy's static. He looked like he had a full complement of limbs, which means he probably wasn't dead. So it was always worth shooting him. Or later on, we'll have a look at the kinesis module and using that to show if you can tell if the enemies are dead or not. Problem is, time spent doing this, you can always have one coming up behind you. It was always worth being extra cautious that. What we got here? I'm trying to keep an eye out at the same time. Okay, mission day 2, faulty 4 gyro, replace now functional. Day 3, 4D scope. Just damage reports. Everything's getting more and more broken. Sounds of it. Okie dokie. Okay, sometimes I walk, you'll see in a minute. Maybe they'll run. There you go. Okay, I'm going to bother wasting any more ammo here. Just going to stomp on him. There you go. Stasis pack. So what I'll do, use that, pick that one up. Oh, that's full, I'll say. Can I use that? Okay, look, so for example here, I've got full health. I can't use the small med kit, so I can make room for the medium-sized med pack. If you look on the inventory, the medium-sized med pack and the small-sized med pack take up the same size in your inventory, and the medium med pack gives you more health. So, smart thing here is drop one of the small ones, pick up the medium. So in that way, you obviously get, because it provides more health. You see what I'm saying? You get more health per same size of the inventory slot that you've used. Can you hear that whispering? I'm half expecting one of them to break through that vent just there. Okay, something I forgot to talk about earlier. You probably saw me pick up one of those nodes. You can see on the right hand side there. Nodes, they come in these little boxes and sometimes get dropped by the bigger enemies later on in the game. These nodes are basically like upgrade nodes that you can use to upgrade your kit and equipment on these benches just here. So I'm just waiting for that vent to come through.
Use power nodes to upgrade your weapons and rig.
So as you can see here, for the upgrade purposes on some of the plasma cutter, for example, but you've also got the your rig and stasis module nodes. there aren't a tremendous amount of them. There's a finite amount within the game itself, so it's just up to you really to spend wisely on what you see fit on spending them on. For example, plasma cutter there. You have to start at one of the 2 points where the flashy white arrows are. So initially you get an increase in damage or capacity there, but as you can see, these slots here are then blank beyond, so you have to fill them up before you can go up. So if I wanted to go capacity, I'd go 1 capacity, 2 in the blank spot to then go up to the kind of reload speed. So these ones here are technically wasted nodes, but you can unlock those to then further progress onto, say, capacity and damage if that's what you wanted to go for. Continue to increase that. As for the rig, as you can see, unless you go for air straight away, you have to start on the blank nodes. So for me to get any extra HP, I have to spend at least 1, 2 and then 3 nodes there before then progressing further on. And same again for the stasis module there, so you have to spend 2 nodes before you can reach either an increase, a decrease in energy, or an increase in the duration of the stasis module. So it's down to you on what you want to spend your nodes on, whether you want to go for more better offense or better defense, or obviously if you want to upgrade your kinesis or your stasis module as well. Like I said, there are a finite amount of nodes within the game, unless of course you save the game and then you replay chapter 2, in which case, you replay so playthrough 2 on hard again. So basically save the game at the end and then replay again on hard. You keep all your previous weapons, all your previous nodes, and then you just play through again with all the equipment and ammunition and nodes and credits that you saved from the playthrough before. So for myself, obviously you can get more weapons in the game. There are a vast array of weapons. I think there's about 6 or 7 maybe throughout the game. So obviously if for example I had 4 weapons now, I'd see 4 weapons up on the screen. It'd be a plasma cutter, you'd have your rifle, flamethrower and line cutter, for example. So if I had them 4 weapons, I then have another 4 of these up on my screen, where I could potentially spend another 16, 17, 18 nodes. So for myself, my primary weapon of choice, especially on the first playthrough, would have to be the plasma cutter. And I just fully upgrade that because that pretty much does the job for almost every enemy, apart from one I can think of where there's like 10 or 11 of them crawling around on the floor. We'll see them in a little while. The plasma cutter is not very effective when it comes to them, but if you've got a stasis module, you can freeze them and stamp the shit out of them anyway. Oh yeah, so for myself, the plasma cutter definitely does the trick, and that'll be the primary weapon throughout the whole of the playthrough, because it's always best to have that one weapon that's upgraded to the tits, and instead of having kind of 4 weapons that are only just slightly upgraded, because the plasma cutter pretty much does the job for them all. But for now, we'll save the nodes until later on in the game, where I think we're going to need an upgrade, and then we'll have a little look at upgrading the plasma cutter, I reckon.
That's it, Isaac. Take the board back to tram control and slot it into the computer array. That should get the tram system back online.
Still alive. Get over there. I hope that explanation of the power nodes and upgrades made sense. What? I'm back at you. What? Is he dead? Just to make sure. There you go. If you're unsure, spend the extra round just to put one in him. He'll make a noise if he's still alive. If not, just freeze him and stamp on him. Or if you've got the health, why not just walk over him? If he grabs you, no biggie, you'll just stamp his face off, and then you can use one of your health packs. Okay. No? Okay, hold first.
Tram control computer now online. Shipwide tram system reinitialized. All trams now operational. Tram arriving at flight deck station. Quarantine lifted.
All right, we're on board and heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for us. Isaac, get back to the Kellion and prep it for launch. We'll find out what we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to die out here.
Your lack of confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels. But I have a mission to complete, and that's exactly what I am going to do, with or without you. Do we understand each other?
Just get us out of here alive.
Oh, hey. Let's go get him. Fuck! Get away. Okay, let's wait for them to get together. Freeze them both. I say freeze them. Stasis. Lovely. Come on. Okay, I think just freeze here. Get rid of that so we can dump the ammo.
Isaac, we made it to the bridge. It's a nightmare up here. No survivors. We're going to try to get to the command computer. Wish us luck.
Good luck. Okay, couldn't stamp these crates initially on the way out, so just give them get some credits. I've always been a lookout for there's some more there. Is he gonna let me? Oh man, it's ridiculously bad shooting. He's definitely not dead. That's a lie. Okay, maybe he is. Did he give me anything? Some ammo. Okay. So one more check of the ship. Got that health earlier. Shit, can't see. Off to? Okay, there's some more. Shit.
happened to the shuttle?
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
Kendra.
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
Just let me think. Can you access the command computer?
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the captain's authorization, I can't access them.
Well, where's the captain?
Where's the captain?
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Mathias. Location? Med lab. Status? Deceased.
What? How?
Of course.
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find his rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
Find new weapons and items at the store, and place extra items in the safe.
Okay, we'll just have a look at the store before we finish this episode, chapter 1. So you can see we've got pretty much a full inventory there. Let's have a little look to see if the level 2 suit's available. There you go. So even though you upgrade the suit from you upgrade the suit's properties, i.e. the HP and the air, that's upgraded from the workbench, which has nodes, uses nodes. But this here under store, you can get level 1 through to 5 on your suits. As you can see, the suits can be upgraded. This one's what, 10,000. I think the higher the level they go, the more expensive they get. So it's always worth keeping hold of your credits. Or picking up whatever loot you can to sell in the shop to get credits. So we'll have a look at that now actually. So say for example I didn't have enough money. What I do is I go across to my inventory here, and as you can see, here's what I'm carrying. We've got large, medium, all these med packs. I'm going to sell a bunch of these small med packs. So I've got so many of them. So say I was short on funds. There you go. And we needed 20,000 for the suit. There you go, I've got 20,000 now. I'll go back across to the shop, get my level 2 suit, and buy that. Where the nose upgrades the HP and the air, the actual level 2 suit upgrade increases the number of inventory slots and also the amount of armor on the suit, which means you take a little bit less damage every time you get hit. It basically takes a percentage of the damage taken off. So shops don't come by very often, so what I normally do is, especially these large ones, I tend to move them into the safe. So if you go across one more, you can see there in the safe. And basically what I like to do is through each of the chapters, I like to build up a little surplus. If I've got any spare ammunition or any spare med packs, just throw them in and keep them for later on to when I need them. But as you can see, you've got other stuff here. You can buy the line gun and the plasma rifle. These are a couple of examples of the other weapons that you can buy. I suppose that they can come in useful, but like I said earlier, I prefer to use the plasma cutter the whole way through and just have that thing maxed out, because it pretty much does the job for everything that you need to. And you also get there, you can buy stasis packs, air cans, and small med packs as well. A lot of the stuff you have to pick up schematics for before they become available to build or purchase. For example, I think you'll have a look on the next one, ammunition for some of the weapons, or the medium and the large med packs, you have to pick up schematics before they're available to build. But if you're conservant enough throughout the initial stages of the game, you will have enough saved or enough money saved pretty much, so you don't have to really kind of spend any money on that. You should have enough surplus of ammunition and med packs and to be able to continue throughout the game, which is always best to do instead of spending money, because I like to save my money for upgrading my suit. And then especially towards the later half of the game, you can purchase nodes now, but for the later half of the game it's always best to have everything fully maxed out. So if you've got spare credits and your suit's fully maxed, you can spend most of your money on these power nodes and just upgrade everything else to the max later on, which is always useful as well. So that pretty much covers the shop for now anyway, but we'll have a look at schematics at the beginning of the second chapter. Weapons, so we don't need to upgrade that just at the moment. We will save the progress just for the purpose of the videos. Saving. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for chapter 1. Just going to carry on with it. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for chapter 1 of the Dead Space walkthrough for its 10-year anniversary. Can't believe it's been 10 years. Hope you enjoyed what you've seen so far. If you do, like and subscribe. If you're new to Dead Space, continue to watch this space. And do subscribe, because I'll be putting up more videos for the rest of the chapters. I believe there's 12 in total to the end of the game. And then once that's complete, I'll probably be looking at doing Dead Space 2 and 3 as well. Part of the trilogy series there. Anyway, do like and subscribe if you like what you've seen. Comment below how you play, what's your style, what's your tips and tricks, and if there's anything you'd like you to see me try either in this game or any of the future games, let me know. And I'll be doing chapter 2 very, very shortly. Speak to you soon.